Then it ends here. Then you have this connecting muscle that connects your elbow and this muscle. Okay. Small depression here, like all those subtle changes basically. Okay. Again, because our this elbow is quite flexible and we have lots of cartilage and muscles going on. So all those things we have to show. Define the biceps. Then from your elbow joint, you have this. There's a bone and there's a muscle, and it goes this direction. Like this, you know this thing. Like for your forearms, you have like two prominent muscles here.
Yes, sir.
Connect here, and this one rotate. And there's slight depression. Same, like exact same muscle this side also. Slight depression. Like just you have to follow the muscle structure, so it will can create this very easily. more volume. More defined. You can see it's different. Because this part, this muscle was missing. That's why it was looking odd. So if you add that this muscle and these connecting points and like slight depression here, then slight depression here, it become easy. Then you can just
Okay, sir.
simply smooth it out. Like smooth it. Basically, the small deformation plays a lot of like, important role. Without that, it will like it seems like okay, there's nothing going on, but like those small like transition in muscle makes a lot of difference.
Okay, sir.
So to get more now that this elbow, this part, we need to make it slightly more prominent. This elbow is mixed. And follow that book. This was there, no? That book.
As
Uh,
anatomy book.
yes, yes. Follow that book. That will help you, because it explains everything so nicely. It makes things very easy.
Sure, sir.
Or maybe you could just search for Google also, like for a couple of extra references and all. Or maybe you can check the actual bodybuilder structure. So, like, if you check it and just search bodybuilder structure. So I found okay this area slightly smooth. This muscles continues, and there's a big muscle here. This one, okay, it's quite prominent. It's broader in the base and getting narrow slowly. And whenever you're creating, try to suppose you have a left side reference, so try to match it with the left side reference and then create it. It will make your life easier, and plus will make you understand the shape better. Like
Okay,
if you
sir.
have the same angle or similar angle, not exactly the same angle but similar angle, like BDS. So I'm just simply use it. See, subtle deformation. You build up. Elbow is like quite prominent. It should be pointy. It should be visible prominently. Then dam standard. Brush. This is almost like kind of slightly flattened. You can say it becomes like quite beefy, and it was like this. I just added all those muscles.
Yes, sir.
Like basic structure was fine. Like they were like this muscle was missing, and this all these cuts were missing. That's why it was looking odd. If you add those things, it will become normal.
Okay, sir. I will add that.
And what else?
A toe part, sir.
Hmm. Toe part.
And then, so like while modeling the cloth, I've
Hmm.
got the base shape of the cloth. So like while adding the wrinkles, what should I like? What are the protocols I need to follow, sir? Is there any?
Like cloth is like something like whenever it like folds, it basically creates a zigzag pattern. like each and every fold, like suppose this is a fold, BCB. So, like first you need to define the base. Like this is the like, tip from where it's starting. So you make sure the thickness is even. Like it should not be way too thick or way too thin. So that thickness you can maintain, and then you need to start with the folds. Like weight, based on the weight, it will let this like goes inside like this one direction. Then once it goes this direction, so it will pull this kind side cloth also. So it will pull this. Then continue. It basically cloth always create this kind of zigzag pattern. Always. That's a basic funda. Like any cloth you can see any reference, any book, any photograph, anything. If you see the folds, they have this kind of zigzag pattern always.
Yes.
And like this weight, make sure the weight is correct because this is suddenly flying outside. It should not be like that. And thickness and volume, because this becomes too big and round. So like I have to create this, reduce this volume, and based on this reduce this volume so that you can match it. B and B. So like this have to match it with the like flow. And it's recommended if you find a something similar kind of reference, and replicating that will be much easier. That's what usually in industry they try to find a reference, something similar, a reference, and then try to match it. So that's how they try to do it. Otherwise it becomes very difficult to match it. Then you have these toes.
Yes.
So for these toes, these are like kind of normal legs only. Then they have these toes. So,
Yes, a kind of arse kind of a thing.
yes. So, for this, what I can see for this reference, the toes, this is a separate subtool altogether, and this red part is a separate subtool. Like that's how like cows and all this like they have this kind of thing.
Yes.
So, what I'll do, I'll switch on trim lasso and I'll try to it's not working. You see, delete all the like it's too many polygons. It should work. I just cut it that area. Then what I'll do, if I sphere, move brush. I'm not using symmetry as of now. Maybe for this I can use rectangle also to get that like perfect flat surface. Or if I want, I can create these two as a separate subtool also. MD, PCB, move brush. I need to have like more reference, like some actual aux or something. That kind of reference we need to have. Then only we can create this thing properly. extra bony structure, folds, legs need to be elongated, little long, because it looks bit short. Character. Legs should be a bit longer.
Yes.
That is something like easily can be done. So you can add all this thing and you need to have like some real life reference, like you can search for a like ox or horse or all these creatures, they have hooves, this kind of. So you can like something like that. So you have to basically the rest of the body is human, but this legs are basically combination of human and some animal. So that's something you have to check some proper reference, because this is like a way bit stylized. So it's more towards 2D. So it's like only the block out is there, but it's not detailed. So we need to
Yes, sir.
have a detailed shape, so we can like, understand like how like the transition between this part and this part, how it's happening. So
Yes, sir.
or maybe you can see this movie. This movie is there, na? Like what is that movie? What is this movie? Percy Jackson. There's a goat human kind of thing is there.
Okay, sir.
So like something like that kind of some creature you can check. So their transition, their like legs and all these things you can see, and then based on that you can modify things. So
So we
it's like
can find a similar kind of thing in God of War also, right, sir?
yes, like yeah, of course, you can find similar kind of thing in God of War also, and I guess you can find more reference for that as well. So you can find a reference like something because like to create anything, especially organic, we need to have reference. Without proper reference, it becomes very difficult because very difficult to create that because like if like because if you see if I remove the clothes, so it's very easily anyone can identify legs are shorter,
Yes.
so it becomes very evident like because anyone can point it out कि, okay, this looks wrong. Maybe people are not able to say okay what is wrong, but there's something wrong. So that is very tricky about organic. So those two, we need to have a like always have a reference, proper reference, and based on that reference we can modify things. If you
Sir,
tell
yes,
me.
sir. So if I extend the leg, right, sir,
Hmm.
uh, uh, but once again, if I like remesh it, the subdivisions, I'm losing the subdivisions, sir.
No, like why was okay, if you like if you elongate this thing and then you dynamesh it or remesh.
Yes,
So yes,
like
if you dynamesh or remesh or anything, it will you will lose all the subdivision levels. So what you have to do is the same technique we usually do: duplicate the model and project it back to the other surface.
okay, sir.
Like suppose you have this body and I want to modify something in this body, like suppose I want to elongate the hand or something, so I'll do it in here. Like okay, suppose I did this here. Okay, let me hide it. Suppose I have this leg and I want to elongate the leg, so I'll just select blur, or I can go to masking, blur mask, reverse, still blur, blur it. Then we have our gizmo from center, elongate, subtle. Huh? I just elongated this thing.
Yes.
So now if check my model, so gradually this thing is increasing, but like all the subdivision because you want to remesh it or you want to do clean the geometry. So what I'll do is I'll go to subdivision level, Control Shift D in the subtool, duplicate the model, and then I remesh this model, not this one, the actual one. The duplicate version, I remesh that, remesh, 100 to 50 or something. Remesh. It's remeshed, right? That is remeshed properly. It is what happened. So you remesh this model, then switch in the like your upper version, then select low poly, Control D, Shift, and go to project and project all. So by this, what will happen? You will transfer all the details to this lower division, and plus it will have all the subdivision level. All the detail will transfer, plus all the subdivision level will also transfer. Control D one more time, then project one more time. Projecting. Like higher the poly count, it will take a little bit time. So you switch it off. So, and you can see here that mesh your distribution is correct, all clean, and you have all the subdivision level as well. Like this, you can manage all the subdivision level and plus all the detail.
Okay, sir.
You can see the low poly is quite low, and if you increase it, you'll get all the clean shape. Okay. And what else?
That's it.
So try this thing out, and if
Yes.
you have any doubt, so we'll have like, if you have anything, so you see like this tricep looks fine. So like this only this basic this structure elbow to this connecting muscle was missing. So you have to add those things and add all those in between little muscles in between. Like those will make a lot. Those will like make a lot of difference. Like small things, but you have to add those things. So if you add it, it will fix everything and it will look nice and clean. Otherwise, basic structure is fine. There's no issue. Uh, this like only thing. There's like one more muscle is here, like this one. Like this connects here. So there's a one more muscle. Like this muscle basically ends here. This one. Then you have a slight gap. That's the connecting muscle for this area.
Okay, sir.
So this muscle is slightly missing. Like it's there, but it's not prominent. That's the only thing.
I'll add that.
Yeah. So it will like fix things, and rest of the things are not visible, so it doesn't matter. So yeah. So
So
those
for
just
eyes, can I sculpt those things
which one?
for eyes like a pupil part? So like recently I watched a video in YouTube.
Hmm.
In that there's in eye poly
they they
they sculpt.
sculpted everything. So
Yes,
like
sir.
for that is usually for production level, they have a really close up shot of eye and all, and they really wanted to have those detail. If you're planning to like those kind of render or those kind of close up, then definitely you can go for it. But that is something like that will increase your poly count a lot, and it again depends upon the system, can it handle it, because
Yes, sir.
it will take around another millions of polygons for the only for the eye.
Okay, sir.
No, so like you can try it. I just you can see. I guess you when I have seen the videos, so it's not very difficult. It's quite easy.
Yes, sir. They use
It's
alphas for that.
yes, yeah, it's quite easy. You can do it and use alpha and then tweak it and then enhance it. That's it. That's quite
Yes.
easy. You can do it very easily. Only thing is like if it's do you really need it, or if you want to create a portfolio piece and you want to showcase, so you have a really detailed high poly. Fine, you can do it. There's no issue.
Okay, sir. I'll try that and I'll mail you
Hmm.
then.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Then if you have any issue again, so you can just mail me. So we'll have another class and like do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.